Hey you guys, it's Carrie and I'm making you this video because I've been thinking about intuitive art and how much it has helped me in my life and business, and how just how grateful I am for Rachel Archelaus and teaching me this method, and how it's helped me really like get in tune. I feel like it opened the door for me to me being so much more intuitive, living so much more fully in my truth, and really, what's the word, like, it really opened me up, that's the best I can say, to being much more of a clear channel, like to trusting the guidance that I receive all the time, right? Like, we're always receiving guidance, but we have this tendency to really second guess ourselves. And especially when it came to quote unquote big decisions or things that I had attached importance to. And I know for many of us, right, we attach a lot of importance to getting clients, right? And so I started using intuitive art, and it gave me so much confidence. It helped me get out of my own way and just be there for what the client needed. So I use it a couple ways in client getting strategies. So one is just sort of asking, like, okay, what do I need to do to get more clients or to get more leads, right? And if you haven't learned about intuitive art yet, there's a couple ways to do that. One that I'm currently excited about and promoting is that Rachel's new book, Intuitive Art, How to Have a Two-Way Conversation with Your Higher Self, is currently out, and there should be a link to pre-order that. It's actually not out yet. It's pre-ordered. You can pre-order it, but when you pre-order it, you get a couple of really cool bonuses, one of which you will find so valuable if you do intuitive art, because it's 100 plus prompts. And sometimes that's the hardest thing when you're doing intuitive art, is figuring out the right question to ask so that you can get a clear answer. But here's how the process works in a nutshell. You ask a question. You have to go through Rachel's free course first, or she has a meditation that she explains fully in the book, but where you get your colors and you ask your higher self what those colors mean to you. And even if you have never had a conversation with your higher self, she walks you through the process so you actually do get answers. And then you have these colors, right? So you have your colors and you ask your question. And when I say colors, I use crayons. You can use pastels, you can use markers. Pastels are probably best because you can shade, like when you have more options when you draw, but I use crayons. Anyways, point being, you ask your question, and then you get still, you take a deep breath, and you close your eyes, and you draw with your eyes closed. So basically you ask your hand to be your brain, right? You say, all right, I'm going to yawn now, which I do whenever I'm super connected. So you ask yourself the question, and then you ask your higher self the question, and then you just take a deep breath and sort of remove yourself, and you let your hand do the drawing. So if you can see, like, I take a crayon from here and then I draw it on the paper, right? And it makes no sense. Like, it's scribbles, and you just sort of pick up a color, do something, pick up a color, do something else, and you're not really analyzing why as you're doing it. You're just letting your hand write. You're letting your hand scribble, do whatever it does. And it'll let you know when it's done. It's the weirdest thing. Like, it lets you know when to change colors. It lets you know when it's done. You just relax, and your hand will draw something on the paper. And then when you're done, you can decode your drawing through using the color chart, right? Using, like, now that you know what your colors mean to you. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, which is why you should get Rachel's book, because she explains it much better than me. But the reason I'm telling you that is so that you can understand how I use this process to get clients. So one is when I'm, like, trying to decide what the next best marketing move is, right? I may just ask, okay, higher self, what do I need to know about getting clients? Or what do I need to know about what's the next best move for me? Maybe I just ask, what's the next best marketing move for me? And then I do some drawing and I do some decoding, and I get the answers that I need. Now, it doesn't mean that my drawing is going to say, launch Facebook ads, right? But sometimes it does. Like, it's amazing what comes out of it, but it's always there's a lawnmower right outside my window. It's always exactly what I need, even if I don't understand it. If I just implement, I will understand later. But the other way that intuitive art has really helped me recently is that it's helped me be bolder in my client conversations, right? In my why you should hire me conversations, in my strategy session calls. And sometimes, honestly, it's helped me realize this person, even though they're willing to pay me, is not an ideal client. But I wish I had a drawing to show you. I'm in my car about to go running. But I recently did this, and I had already had a conversation with this woman, and it was like seeming like it was a pretty good fit anyways. And then I did this drawing, and I got some really clear, like, okay, here's the X, Y, and Z. And I'll be honest, I was afraid to tell her. Like, I was afraid to say out loud what it said in the drawing. But when I did, tears came to her eyes, and she was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was feeling. I need to hire you. So it was great. It worked really well. And I guess I just wanted to tell you about that. Mostly you guys already know, because if you're on my list, you've had lots of contact with Rachel. I absolutely love Rachel Archelaus. I've seen an advanced copy of her book. It is so good. It is so good. It lets you into her soul as much as it instructs on how to do intuitive art. It is amazing. Get your copy. You're gonna want the bonuses for sure, and you're just gonna want to have this book. That's all I want to say about that. You're just gonna want to have it, like holding it in your hands. Even like as if you guys know, you know about the yawning, right? If you know me, whenever something's really important and aligned, and it's like an energetic thing, I tend to yawn when I say it. So that's important for you guys. If I'm yawning when I'm saying it, it means you want to own this book. You want to hold it in your hands. You need to know that every word of this book is infused with energy and intention, especially for you, for the reader. So grab Rachel's book, try some intuitive art. You can go to carrierworld.com/intuitive art book to pre-order your copy and get her 100 prompt bonus, which you're really going to want. And you can go to carrierworld.com/intuitive art if you want to get started right away, and you can take Rachel's free class on how to do intuitive art. All right, you guys, I just love you. I hope you're having an amazing day. I hope you try intuitive art today, because I know it will help you in your life and business. All right, talk to you later.